All of the movies in this series can stand alone, some better than others, but looking at it from within its overall continuity, Captain America has to play an important role in the series as taking place first in the timeline. It's not just Captain America, as the film's subtitle informs us, it's Captain America, the First Avenger. And I thought it was a pretty interesting move that the entire movie takes place in the World War II era. They could have easily taken maybe 20 minutes or so to establish the backstory and then have the bulk of the movie take place in present day. Kind of the same way that the 1990 low-budget Cheese Fest movie did, which, side note, I'm ashamed to admit when I was a kid I actually really liked that movie, but anyway, Captain America is an origin story in every sense of the phrase. Because it's a period piece and because it takes place in the pre-Avengers Initiative days, it's allowed to take its time with the story, which I was never really expecting, and I think it's all the better because of it. There's a lot of nostalgia and patriotism, and it helps to add to the appeal that each Avengers film has its own unique feel and style to it. A lot of people make the comparison that Captain America is pretty much Marvel's answer to Superman. He's the all-around good guy, the positive all-American hero with the can-do attitude, which I think is a fair connection. While I don't think Captain America is the most interesting character because of this, I really do have to say that it's at least a refreshing alternative to some pretty damn angsty superheroes that have been portrayed in the modern era of film. And I have to give credit to Chris Evans playing the role. I know there was a little bit of controversy surrounding his casting, mostly because he had already played a Marvel superhero before, Johnny Storm, in the Fantastic Four movies, as if there's some kind of unwritten rule that you can only play one. And, you know, nothing against those movies, they're perfectly fine if you like horrible movies, but Chris Evans is a completely different character this time around. He does such a good job that, to me at least, it's a non-issue. So because they take their time with the movie and they don't have to worry about having anything take place in present day, we get to know the character more thoroughly. We see how he was scrawny little Steve Rogers at first, who wanted nothing more to be a soldier and go to Germany to fight bullies. We see his transformation with the super soldier serum, and how he slowly but surely becomes the Captain America we all know and love. It takes a similar approach as Iron Man does, actually. It takes its time, and it's rewarding because of it. I wouldn't say it's as good as Iron Man, but it's still pretty good. And again, I liked how this hero had less flaws and just more general positivity, which I'd imagine, at least during the time when the movie takes place, was essential criteria for a comic book hero. He doesn't brood alone or anything either. He does have a lot of friends to help him along his way, to help him on his journey. There's the Doctor who gets things rolling, played by Stanley Tucci. He has his best friend Bucky, and an army colonel, played by Tommy Lee Jones, who just, I don't know, for some reason he looks confused, like he has no idea what the hell movie he's in. I don't know. And there's the love interest, of course, played by the beautiful Hayley Atwell. And in a stroke of continuity brilliance, they even throw in Iron Man's dad, Howard Stark, as a key character who helps out with gadgets and stuff, and I thought that was a nice touch. And as per usual, a superhero is only as good as his nemesis, and for that department it was a wise choice to cast Hugo Weaving. The guy has been involved in two of the most popular trilogies of all time, so I think adding comic book villain was the next logical step to put on his resume. He's great as Red Skull, a very effective villain that delivers the goods. Overall, I liked the movie. The story wasn't mind-blowing, but it was good. I liked the action, and there were plenty of cool adventure sequences. I liked the effects. There was nothing too showy. The special effects served the story rather than the other way around. I like the continuity expands on the Marvel Universe, but again, just as the others, it stands alone quite well too. I never thought I'd expect such a good movie from the director of Jurassic Park 3, but here we are. As I'm recording this video, the Avengers is a mere few weeks away, and I have to say I'm somewhat looking forward to maybe seeing it, and oh my god, I'm so excited, Really, it's going to be such an awesome movie, and I don't even really care if I'm fanboying about it. It's such a grand and ambitious project, a lot more so than Marvel Studios is really getting credit for. It's almost kind of an experiment, the way they're making all these separate films leading into a bigger crossover, so far it's paid off nicely, and from all the preliminary reports I've heard, it seems like the Avengers will not break the stride, and it will pay off nicely. So it's going to be a really fun movie, and it's going to be fun to see these characters that we've become acquainted with over the course of a few years in all these different films, finally interacting with each other in a huge movie like this. Yes, I am excited, and yes, I have a big geek boner over the movie, but I bet if you're bothering to watch this, you're probably looking forward to it too. The Avengers will assemble soon, and I'll see you there.